Welcome back to CNN Newsroom on this Christmas. A 16-year-old activist and hip-hop artist is leading his generation in the fight to combat climate change, and now he's being rewarded for his tireless work. CNN's Christy Paul has his story.
As human beings, we have a great amount of power to affect the world around us, and therefore we have a responsibility to be caretakers of the land, of our earth.
Wise words there coming from 16-year-old Shutescott Martinez, an indigenous climate activist and hip-hop artist, leading the way for youth to get involved in environmental sustainability.
We live in a world with so many problems that we need to rise up and meet them with just as many, if not more, solutions.
He was one of 5 recipients awarded by the Captain Planet Foundation, an organization sparked by Ted Turner's 1991 animated series and carried on now by his daughter, Laura Turner Seidel.
What do you think your dad would say? I mean, do you think that he really absorbs what he has birthed here in Captain Planet and the movement itself?
This, for him, was one of his passions, you know, making sure that children were part of they were educated and got it so that they would be part of the solution and not part of the problem.
Shutescott is the youth director of Earth Guardians. It's a movement of more than 1,500 global members working to combat climate change. He started a petition for the rights of protesters at Standing Rock, who were fighting against the Dakota Access Pipeline.
Not only do we have to cut our energy consumption, but change the way that we use it. So when we look at a pipeline, it's not just like, oh, let's stop this pipeline. We have to look at the other end, and we're like, where are we going to go if we don't have pipelines? You know, if we get rid of all the pipelines in our country, we do have to have another system to turn towards. In the United States, we do not need fossil fuels to sustain our economy. We do not need fossil fuel infrastructure projects to sustain jobs. We can do and create just as many solutions by transferring to a renewable energy infrastructure.
His message was received by a star-studded crowd and echoed by other honorees, including actor Ian Somerhalder and Prince Charles. Accepting the award on behalf of Prince Charles was his sustainability advisor, British environmentalist Tony Juniper.
Give me, say, the causes when it comes to the environment right now that you really want to see changed.
One is the energy we're using in our homes and the energy we're using that's been used to make products. Another big heading is transportation and getting on aeroplanes and using vehicles. And the other really big heading is food.
A messenger to and from the future generation, failure is not an option for this frontline activist.
Because each and every one of us is helping write the legacy that our generation is going to be remembered for. So I say be aware of your contribution to this legacy.